Making our headlines today, Monday, February 2nd, we have a first look at the national eID and its practical applications. We pause to remember national hero, the Honorable Dr. Roy McTaggart, today on his birthday. And the Ascension football group gave Caymanian youngsters a chance to have their skills honed by visiting players last Friday. Good evening and welcome to CIGtv News, your official source for the latest and most accurate government information. I'm Kafara Augustin. Today's top story comes from the eGovernment Unit, or eGov, who recently offered a demonstration of the highly anticipated national eID cards and its features to media and stakeholders. Director of eGov, Ian Tibbetts, provided a summary of how the card was developed.
Our purpose is to enhance the lives of the people we serve, right? And the ID is addressing the needs of our people. We have persons who don't have access to an ID. We have persons who have access to an ID but need a second one. We have young people who need something that is more flexible and better suited for their use when they're doing inter-island travel, for example. This addresses those needs at a bare minimum. So in its physical form, it's addressing a gap that we have in our society. In its digital capabilities, it brings efficiencies to our people. You can sign and return documents on the fly, no need to print, scan, sign, scan. You can use it to authenticate to our e-services sign-in, so to government sites, without having to do the username and then password and then get the one-time code, which are necessary. That level of security is necessary with today's threats. However, with the card and PIN, it takes it up to a level because now you're using something that is unique and you have, as well as some physically, and something that you know, which is your PIN code. And you're at liberty to change the PIN as often as you want. You can do it from your mobile device, you can do it from your desktop device, and that PIN can be anything from 4 to technically 16 characters. And the card also has protections in it so that if you were to enter, if someone tries to use your card and enters the code multiple times incorrectly, it locks.
The current iteration of the national eID dates back to 2022 and was introduced by the Honorable Premier Andre Ebanks during his tenure as the Minister for Investment, Innovation, and Social Development.
From the host of that program, Mr. Ord Connor, he did some research on the fly, on the show, because he said, I don't think this is new, I know it goes back. Did some research into the Hansards and saw that former MLA, Alfonso Wright, had brought a motion in 2007.
Okay.
And then that motion, Mr. Wright pointed out that the national ID had come up as early as 1987.
Oh, wow.
And then that proposal, it was for a voluntary adoption. Fast forward to 2007, Mr. Wright was proposing in a motion a national ID that would be mandatory so that every person in the Cayman Islands who has the right to reside here would have a government-issued ID, regardless of whether the functions that they have, whether they drive, whether they fly, whether they vote. You have a basic ID that says who you are so that you can easily transact government business.
Okay.
That also was not taken. Fast forward now from 2007 to 2022, we are now deep into the digital age. So rather than just relying on a ID card that you physically show something, it's taking that same concept, but putting it in its digital form.
The national eID is currently being piloted among civil servants, but persons can register their interest by logging on to my.egov.ky. Today, we acknowledge the birthday of one of the founding fathers of our nation. National hero, the Honorable Dr. Roy Edison McTaggart, was born on the 2nd of February, 1893, to Frederick S. McTaggart and Antoinette Marie Eden. The late Dr. McTaggart, who was considered a natural-born leader, was a pioneer in the development of the modern-day Cayman Islands. A politician and a legislator for more than 35 years as the second elected member for Georgetown. He was a businessman, philanthropist, and former president of the Chamber of Commerce. Dr. McTaggart studied at Morrison's Collegiate School in Jamaica, followed by colleges in Philadelphia and Washington, D.C., and later became a qualified dental surgeon at 22 years old. He was the only dentist in Cayman at the time. One of his most significant achievements was to help bring free education to the Cayman Islands by introducing the Compulsory Free Education Bill, which passed in 1920. Dr. McTaggart is best remembered as the man who helped ensure the Cayman Islands remained a British colony when Jamaica chose independence in 1962. Dr. McTaggart passed in 1983 and was named the Cayman Islands' 9th national hero in 2016. Now for today's sports news. Cayman's youngsters enjoyed a day off to school last Friday, January 30th, but were given an added treat from the Ascension football group and the Department of Sports, who hosted a special camp featuring teens, scouts, and coaches. Ethan Rivers, founder of Ascension, gave a brief background of the afternoon's activities alongside Teresa Echeniki from the Ministry of Youth, Sports, Culture, and Heritage.
Yeah, so obviously, Cayman, people come from all different backgrounds, right? Not every kid can afford, the 300 USD for one camp or the 500 or whatever it is, right? So it's very important to give every single kid in Cayman an opportunity to play and show what they can do. I think this camp is a great example of that, right? And so, getting a scout here like himself and, he can see every single kid play. Maybe it's one kid he likes, maybe it's two, you never know, right? But they should at least have the opportunity to go and show themselves.
Yes, and a special thank you to the Department of Sports, the acting director, Miss Melinda Montevere, and her entire team for partnering with you and making this camp possible. So again, thanks to everyone.
Thank you so much.
Time now for our weather forecast. Strong northerly winds and rough seas are expected over the Cayman area as a cold front continues to dominate the weather pattern. A marine watch is in effect. Sea conditions will gradually improve through Tuesday evening. Tonight, the chance of showers continues to be low as dry air moves across the area. Satellite imagery shows few clouds across the Cayman Islands. Fair skies becoming cloudy at times with a 20% chance of showers. Temperatures will fall to the mid-60s. Winds will be north to northeast at 20 to 25 knots. Seas will be rough with wave heights of 6 to 9 feet. For local weather updates, be sure to visit the Cayman Islands National Weather Service website, that's weather.gov.ky, and follow their Facebook page for the most reliable coverage. If you're watching us on the CIG YouTube channel, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to stay informed with the facts straight from the source. That's all for today's news brief. I'm Kafara Augustin. We'll see you again tomorrow.